What's going on, champs and champions? It's FireMonkey here, and the summer event hasn't really given us too much in terms of actual content to make videos on right now, so I've decided why not play some more Only Up. So we are over here on the wonderful land of Only Up, and I'm just going to do kind of a little bit of a live commentary type of thing. I did beat this for the first time the other day, and I'm fully expecting to fall a few times, but I felt, this is something to make a video on. I mean, the game is very popular right now, right? So maybe I'll end up making like a live stream over on my other channel and everything for this game so that we can kind of just vibe and play live while we just kind of, mess around and try beating my high score. Now, my actual time I managed to get on here was around 15 minutes and 57 seconds if I remember correctly, and that was while doing a lot of skips. Now, that does mean that, I never went the normal, quote-unquote, normal route, I guess, and I was always kind of, wait, what the, when did they add the boxes over there? Okay, they're still updating this game, so that threw me off a little bit. I swear those boxes weren't there the other day when I beat this for the first time. But, it's one of those games that it's like the Fortnite recreation is way better than the original, right? Because if anyone hasn't heard about the original Only Up game, the Fortnite one's been doing way better than it. Not only that, but also the Fortnite one isn't, like actively promoting NFTs and stealing assets and stuff like that. It's just using, the normal Fortnite meshes and everything. But it's still interesting to see how the Fortnite recreation is more liked and more popular than the official game itself that, you could buy on Steam and everywhere else. But that also shows that, UEFN is a wonderful resource when used correctly, and when you're able to do stuff like this where you're able just to create, a whole entire game, have special, like, just mechanics and everything going on, some custom UI type stuff while still keeping it, very Fortnite-y, it can be a very interesting experience. And I've wanted to make some stuff in UEFN, right? But, for some reason, whenever I try to launch it goes to like 67% or something, like preloading objects, and then it decides just to completely close on me. So I'm like, do I have to factory reset my computer? What do I have to do in order to get this to work? But that is something that, has been kind of going on, because I do want to mess around with UEFN some more. And why did I just walk off? You know what? You guys saw nothing. That never happened there, alright? But I would love to hear, what do you guys think about UEFN? What do you guys think about everything going on with this whole entire, like, creative map and just everything else in general? Do you guys like it? Do you wish we had some more variety? Do you just kind of hate on it because it's like, these type of maps aren't something that you like in general? Because I can get it can be frustrating, right? I had a friend who I was playing with the other day, and we were playing on EU lobbies, right? And keep in mind, I'm in North America, so, I usually play NA lobbies, and I was on EU lobbies for them and everything, and I was lagging, right? But even with me lagging, I was still playing. What happened there? Okay, I don't even know. But I was still playing because, it was like, I'm trying to hang out with the homies. I'm trying to have some fun, some vibe times. So I don't really want to, back out of this and be like, hey, I'm gonna go NA East, peace out, homie, or anything like that. I'm not trying to do that. But I was actively playing with them, and I still, like, encouraged them when they were giving up to, continue playing the map. And I was like, hey, listen, you might want to give up. I understand. But every gambler gives up before their biggest win, so you just gotta keep on going, right? And it actually managed to convince them to stay for a little bit longer, right? It can manage to convince them a little bit, and then, with this, keep in mind, this was like when my air conditioner wasn't in the window or anything, but I was sitting there and I was like, okay, yes, you got this. Neither of us beat it that night, but I stayed on for hours and hours and hours and hours trying to get just the perfect, skip run like you're seeing here. Like, there's a lot of early game mess ups and stuff that I'm doing, but that's just because I'm trying to, do as best of like a speedy skip as possible, when it's like, I don't know why I have this dumb, like, speedrunners mentality, because at the end of the day, I just want to win, right? I just want to beat the map, but for some reason, you show me that I can do these special speedruns tricks, right? You show me that I'm able to go over here and, like, for example, jump past that, right? I sometimes have to mantle onto that right there, but you show me that I can do that, and I show myself that sometimes, and then I'm like, well, I want to hit that every single time. I don't care if I'm, 1 minute in the run, 15 minutes in the run, I gotta do it. And, for this video, maybe I'll even do a little glitch that allows you to skip a lot of the map or something that I don't know is fixed or not. At this point, I'm like, do I even want to risk it if I end up getting that far? I might just play normally. Well, there are some glitches to just skip half of the entire game, and let me tell you, when I finally beat the map the other day, because I just beat it like yesterday or the day before, I was excited because I had spent hours upon hours. I almost want to say that I gave this game like half a day plus of play. Oh my god, my game lagged. Okay. We're getting a little laggy here. That's scary. But I want to say I gave this game like over half a day of playtime, maybe even like a full 24 hours of playtime at this point, just trying to, you know, perfect the certain little like speedrun strategies and everything else going on with it, so that I was able to, you know, get the fastest time possible. And I think for my first completion ever being 15 minutes, almost 16, that's a pretty good time, right? Now, of course, you know, it could have been better, you know, you could have had better time for blah, 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 but I think for me, as a first completion, especially as someone who is making content, you know, daily and everything, and also still trying to beat the map, it was a pretty good thing. And, like, I normally don't go this way. I normally go up that way, but I found out how to do the skip up there, and I always want to do the skip now because it allows you to save a lot of time, but I always feel like I'm just going to mess it up, especially now that I'm recording and trying to show that I know how to do this. It's like, oh, you know, the pressure's, oh my god, the pressure was definitely on, as you can see right there. Maybe we should just do a normal run, going through the map without trying to do the dumb skip and everything. So what if it saves me half the time? I think we gotta long run this. And I do want to mention something kind of funny, but on my other monitor right now, right? I know you're probably gonna cringe for this, but I have Roblox open, and I am playing a fishing simulator. Now, the fishing simulator has like an auto-train / auto-fish mode, and I just am auto-training in a lobby with one of my, oh my, I don't want to talk about it. Well, let's not talk about it, okay? Look, I swear I beat the game. I swear I've beat this before, all right? But, you know, it's like I have Roblox over on my other monitor, and it's currently just auto-training in, like, a fish game with a friend in the lobby so that, you know, you get, like, a power boost or whatever else. And I find it funny how I'm like, you know what? I want to record the YouTube video for the Fortnite channel. I am just messing this up. You know what? Hold on. I gotta focus here. I gotta focus up. We got this, boys. Is going to win. We're gonna win. We're gonna win. We got this. This is the run right here. We're gonna do all the skips and everything else, and it's not going to be some weird little cringe fest for you guys. But yeah, I have Roblox open on my other monitor, but I still wanted to, you know, play the map a little bit and make a YouTube video. And I'm like, you know, UEFN, if Fortnite really wants to, like, be the next version of Roblox, or if they want to be modern day Roblox and stuff, then UEFN definitely is going to be something that is going to be a content place on every channel, especially for Fortnite, if you want to make content in the game, because the community is where all the content's at. So I feel, you know, the occasional UEFN video, especially when there isn't really too much news going on for Battle Royale or anything, isn't, you know, a bad thing. And sure, maybe the views might be low at first, but I feel over time that the views could continue to grow and everything, and this becomes another little, like, niche on the channel. Just like how at first, when we actually did the whole live commentary aspect, which is basically what this video is, just with, you know, a different topic, it was in a weird spot at first, especially like the showcases, right, where I would showcase all the new cosmetics. It was in a weird spot at first where I was like, you know, before I would just not talk at all, it'd just be a spin around of all the cosmetics and call it a day there, and then I started adding my voice and stuff into it, and it seems like that ended up in the long run helping all the other content. So it was a good change at the end of the day. Oh my god, okay, it was a good change at the end of the day and helped the channel actually prosper a lot more in those specific areas. So, you know, it's one of those things where it's like scary to do these type of videos because you don't know if it's going to stick or if it's not going to land at all with your audience or whatever else. But I feel, especially when you're in an area where it's like, I don't really have content to talk about, it's like the content's being made right there for you. The community is the content at the end of the day. So I feel these type of maps, especially with this one being super duper popular right now, it's one of those things where it's like, you know, you don't need to be good at like combat or anything because there's no shooting involved at all, but you are able to actually just participate in it and make your own content on it, especially do live streams and stuff, and you're able to spend a lot more hours than you may think you're spending to try getting the best time possible. I'm going to try doing this skip one more time, and if we fail it, we're going to go the normal route. But it does not look like we're failing it right now, boys. Hold up. Okay, we found it. We're going to go the normal route. We're going to do it the normal way. We're not going to do any of this wumbo jumbo stuff. And yes, this video is going to be a little bit longer than, you know, the typical content on this channel just because we're rambling, right? But it's one of those things that it's like, UEFN is the content. But I really wish that they would have, like, not even like the accolade device, right? If you want to just keep the current, like, XP system, feel free to. But I feel like the saving of your data, right? The save data device is like a necessity for UEFN, right? Because it's like, there's a lot of stuff that I would love to play, like tycoons. I would love to play a tycoon in Fortnite, and I actually remember when UEFN first released, someone actually did make like a tycoon map and everything else, and I played it a little bit, but the issue is none of your data actually saves. So when you actually load it out of the tycoon, you know, load it back in to play it a little bit later, you're back at the beginning, right? And it's like, I would love to grind out some tycoons. I'd love to play them and, you know, make some content on it and everything else. But it's at a weird spot where it's like, okay, you can technically make content on this, but you're not going to be able to make multi-form content in a way, because even if you want to just play the game to enjoy it, you're enjoying it for that one session, and then you have to restart all over again. And I can kind of get it for some things, like, you know, like a UEFN zombies map, for example. You don't really need persistent data too much unless you want to have like a whole entire level system, which I think would be really cool to see. But it would be nice to actually see, you know, at least data saving being added so that we're able to go back and continue to show loyalty towards the map. And imagine it, like, oh my god. Okay, we're just scuffing it up today. We're scuffing up the run. I swear I beat this before. I mean, we didn't fall all the way down, so I guess we can still continue our way back up. But, you know, like I was saying, it's like only up, for example. Once you beat the game, you're able to get like a little prize when you go back to the main island, and it would be nice to have like an actual in-game leaderboard for the lobby, being like over the entirety of everyone in this lobby who has ever played only up in Fortnite. This is who has the most amount of wins, right? It's something that would be possible only through having data saving, because, you know, no one wants to go into a map and it's like, oh, you completed only up 7 times in this one session, when it's like in total maybe you've beat it like 100 times or something like that, right? Now, I'm not for sure how UEFN would really work if, for example, like, you know, you had saved data and then a map creator updates the map. Like, does that wipe the saved data or something like that? I'm not entirely sure, but it is still an interesting situation where it's like, you know, 50-50. It's all over the place, where it's like there's a lot of potential for UEFN, but the main thing really holding it back in my eyes is stuff like not being able to have custom challenges with free item rewards in the game, officially supported by Epic Games, being used through UEFN maps, and of course the save data device, right? And once those things come to the game in the future, I feel that UEFN will be, you know, an actual competitor to something like Roblox, and I feel like that's something that we're gonna have to keep our eyes out on, is just that actual competitor sense that we will be seeing. But of course, you know, it's something that we really just kind of gotta wait for, and I hope it comes sooner rather than later, because I love UEFN, I love Only Up, right? I think this map is really cool. The team behind it is definitely making a lot of money, and, you know, I don't like talking about the money too much, being like, oh, this map maker is rich or anything like that, but it's like the team behind this, I think it's no thing to mention here, right? Like, it's a no-brainer that this team is making a lot of money. I mean, this is like the most successful Fortnite creative map I think we've ever really seen, and it's made by people who actually made successful creative maps before. Like, I don't remember everyone who's on this team, but I do know that Mr. Monkey, who made Color Dash, the like vehicle Color Dash thing that I advertised a long time ago, was one of the people on this team, and it's like, those people, they're doing really good for themselves, so, you know, major kudos for them, and they're still updating the game, as you guys saw earlier. I was like, wow, they updated this, I didn't even know that was ever going to get updated. So it's nice to see that they are still, you know, adding new content to this to keep it alive and add new ways for people to actually play it. But it is just, oh my god, the random lag spikes is killing me over here, but it is just something that is interesting to see, and see how Fortnite evolves over time. And I mean, from this map being popular, we have so many Only Up maps in Fortnite. I mean, there's like Only Down, there is Only Up Chapter 2, apparently the people who made this map want to make more Only Up maps and stuff like that, but it's like, this just became a genre on Fortnite UEFN, right? It's like Only Up, that whole entire category, you know, rage maps are now a genre here, and who knows how long it's going to be until we see stuff like Pogo Stuck, or is it Pogo King or something like that? No, it was Jump King and Pogo Stuck, yeah. How long until we start seeing like Jump King or Pogo Stuck recreated in Fortnite, and then those becoming massively popular, and then you got like creators like Ludwig or something going to download Fortnite and stuff to play these rage maps because they're popular content at the time and can help get a lot of views, because, you know, as Fortnite continues to grow, it's going to be something that's more and more just creative mode instead of what it currently is of, you know, it's like, oh, we got a lot of the battle pass stuff going on here, so it is interesting to see. Now, I do think that, you know, the push Epic Games was trying to do for UEFN, they pushed UEFN out too early because a lot of leaks and stuff, if we're being completely honest, came from UEFN releasing when it did, right? And it's like, you know, there's a lot of features UEFN still does not have. Like I mentioned, you know, already, we kind of talked about some of those, but it's something that, you know, it's like, even though it was pushed out early, it's allowing for constant creativity like this right here to exist, and allowing for us to get some content to talk about, especially during a drought drought period in Fortnite when there might not be much. Because imagine if, for example, we did not have UEFN right now during the summer event and the summer event had stayed the same as it was. It would have been an interesting situation where instead of being like, you know what, instead of trying to make some content, you know, trying to think of a topic, a leak or whatever off the top of my hand that doesn't exist, why don't I just go, oh my god, okay, hold on, you know what, maybe I should close out of Roblox here real quick. There we go. Hopefully the lag stops the recording. But like I was saying, it's like, you know, instead of trying to be like, well, what type of leak am I going to, like, minuscule leak that no one really cares about, I'm going to make a whole entire video about, I can just sit here and be like, okay, we're going to play only up, right? And that is a possibility just because of the fact that, you know, all this stuff is now available to us, even if it was prematurely released when there was a lot of issues and stuff that happened out there. Because I don't know if anyone knows, but, you know, a lot of leaks, and I think I kind of like hinted at this like a minute ago or something, you know, the lag kind of threw me off there. But a lot of the situations that have been happening recently, like for example, when we had the whole entire calendar leak that caused, you know, the Spider-Man cosmetics, the Academy Champion cosmetics, and even, you know, like the start dates for decryptions, item shop dates, all the way up for like a whole month and everything. The stuff that caused that to get leaked, that was all because of, you know, the whole entire situation with UEFN. It was because of files that weren't supposed to be obtainable being obtainable through having UEFN downloaded, and, you know, it's caused for some interesting leaks that make people think, oh, is this an insider leak? When no, what really is happening is just Epic Games being Epic Games and, you know, having these slight issues that were oversights or whatever that do end up getting fixed later down the line or wiped or whatever else, but are things that, you know, people sit there and are like, huh, who knew that this was going to actually end up being, you know, like a chaotic issue just because of the release of, you know, what some people call Creative 2.0, but it's actually, you know, just called UEFN. And it's been crazy to see how many content creators and stuff have been getting into UEFN more. Now, for those who don't know, I have been working on my own, like, creative map and everything. I've been working on a Creative 1.0 Death Run map called Time Wasters, and it's something that has been a personal project for, like, basically a year at this point. I've just worked on it whenever I found time to, and, you know, I've never tried, like, forcing it out early or anything. I wanted to get it out before UEFN released and everything, but I'm like, 1.0 maps and UEFN maps, they're in the same genre where they can both coexist in their own ways and be unique in one way or another. And it's like, I see Epic Games in this way where it's like you play Fortnite creative mode, you start creating in the creative mode, you know, like system and everything, you reach to the limits of Creative 1.0, so then you start going to the Unreal Editor for Fortnite, you reach to the limits of the Unreal Editor for Fortnite, and then eventually, boom, you have all the knowledge of Unreal Engine through the Unreal Editor, that at that point, you're just an Unreal Engine developer, right? You can make a whole entire game on your own just by using Unreal Engine because, oh, you liked Fortnite and you wanted to make a creative map in Fortnite, right? So it's something that's going to be interesting to see in the future, and I can't wait to see, you know, what massive game ends up becoming, like, you know, its big own game on Steam or whatever, that ends up getting sold and was like, yeah, this was originally, you know, a game made in Fortnite that we had a lot of popularity on, so we made it into its own game entirely. Because if we look at, like, the Battle Royale genre, right, H1Z1, all that type of stuff, H1Z1 I think was, like, one of the OG Battle Royale games. I remember playing it back when it first came out, and that was, like, my first exposure to the Battle Royale genre. But I remember when H1Z1 first came out, it was a mod, right? The whole entire Battle Royale part of it was a mod, and I think it was originally like a mod for Arma, right? And then they ended up making H1Z1 and made it like its own actual game and everything like that. So it's interesting to see how something that once was a mod for another game ended up becoming its own genre entirely, and ended up being this thing that has transformed Fortnite from, you know, a Battle Royale game or whatever else into a multi-form game in a way, where it's like you have so many things you can do. You can play Battle Royale, you can play Save the World, you can play creative mode, you can play UEFN, and you can play games that, even though it's Fortnite, oh my god, I would have just cried. Hope. Let me take a moment here. Home. Okay. Anyways, like I was saying, it's like Fortnite is like, you know it's Fortnite based on the graphics and everything, but there's going to hit a point eventually where people are able to, you know, just take the stuff we're able to do now and just build on it so much where it's like, yeah, it's Fortnite. You can tell this is a game made in Fortnite, but at the same time, it's so much different than the Fortnite that everyone grew up with and everything, that it's like, no one would have ever guessed that this would have been a possibility for what could have been made in the game if you had played it all the way back in 2017, right? And I think it's really cool to see the fact that, you know, we're having all these crazy creations and stuff, and we're able to use these cosmetics, because in a way, I think of Fortnite and how it's currently going and how it's shifting to the times as like HD Roblox, right? Because like you have access to all this stuff, you have access to all the high quality assets and everything, you're able to make these maps and everything, and you have really well detailed skins, right? You have collabs, you have like Batman and everything else, and with how everything's being made, this riddly, okay. But this literally is just becoming HD Roblox in some very odd way. And I'm completely here for it, to be completely honest, right? I think it's something that, you know, is like a weird change that, you know, not everyone's going to accept at first. Why is my game lagging? Hold on, let me go ahead and display my preview capture here to hopefully fix the lag a little bit. That is scary though, because I already closed out of a lot of stuff that was going on there. But yeah, it's like I just really am thinking of this game. Oh my god, you know what? Let me change my graphics real quick. Alright, there we go with the graphics changes. It seems like my game's lagging a lot less now. Anyways, like I was saying before the 50 million stutters, it's just like this game is slowly reshaping its identity out of a battle royale game and more to an experience platform. Okay, you know what? Maybe the lag's not done. What is running on my computer? I have VR open. Wait, what? Okay, you know what? This is what happens when you do live commentary. Apparently, you have an entire VR headset running in the background without a game linked to it or anything at all. And if it closes here, I think our game is suddenly going to be running a lot smoother. Now, I am going to run back here because I need that speed boost, please. But anyway, I don't even know where I'm going with this at this point, right? It's just like all over the place, a million different topics. But yeah. I don't think Battle Royale is really the identity for Fortnite that much going forwards. I think the identity for Fortnite is slowly shifting to just be a Roblox competitor, right? And I mean, you know, it's smart for Epic Games to try being a Roblox competitor because they have a lot of potential with this game. They have a lot of different ways they can go with it. And with UEFN, it's like a super advanced, you know, suited up version of Roblox. And Roblox is insanely popular, right? Like, I'll be completely honest here. I've thought about making like, you know, a secret Roblox channel where I made content on Roblox and everything because I felt that, you know, it would be interesting content to not only make, but also because of the fact that Roblox is insanely popular. And I think, like, even if you look at the statistics, it's more popular than Fortnite, really. So if you really think about it, like, growth for the Roblox community would be, like, insane just by making content on the game. But at the same time, I'm like, do I want to try dumbing down or, like, changing my content in a way where it fits a more, like, kid-friendly audience? Or do I kind of like how I am right now with the Fortnite stuff? Because I'm like, it just feels like, you know, the Fortnite stuff, it feels more just like, you know, I can kind of vibe and talk about whatever as I talk about it. But with Roblox, it feels like I have to make it a lot more, you know, retention engaging type of content where it's actively trying to seek out, you know, making sure people stay wanting to watch the content, making sure that people stay intrigued in whatever is going on. And is my sound gone? Okay, we're having another issue here. I think my sound got reset to something. Yep, there we go. Now I have my sound back, so that's good. But it's always just some weird little, you know, oddity area where it's like, I don't know if Roblox is something that I personally want to make content on, so maybe I should just keep riding the Fortnite hype train and watching as Fortnite evolves and just hoping that Fortnite's evolution paves way for a very good future for this channel and just, you know, very good future for the game in general, where even though the official Epic Games events kind of, you know, are doo-doo right now, if we're being completely honest here, it's just, you know, it's like we'll have some really insane things happening in the future. Now, I gotta stop the ramble for a second here. This part has killed my run way too many times, and I really gotta focus because I feel we're gonna ruin it right now. So let's go ahead and oh. we don't talk about it. Let's not talk about that. All right. The panic for me to be completely fine right there. Anyways, yeah, you know, this video actually, you know, I hope that I've really accomplished the whole entire goal of giving people something to watch while they do stuff in the background, because sure, we're doing UEFN and stuff, and sure, this video has no real topic, and we've kind of just bounced back between different topics, but my whole entire goal with the channel and everything, especially with the whole live commentary format, is just to give you content to listen to in the background, especially with something like Only Up, give you content to listen to in the background while you're focusing on other things. Okay, I didn't expect, I don't think I want to be up here. Let me go back down here, please. Now let me hop up here normally. Anyways, you know, it's like I always want to just make sure that my ramble content is something that people can just kind of vibe with and watch while they're doing other things. That's why, you know, I don't try to put too many visually pleasing things in there or anything like that. I just kind of do live commentary, you know. Whoa, Okay. I just try to do live commentary, and if I need to like pop an image on screen or something, I literally have buttons right in front of me, so I can press this and you can see like the ones from yesterday's video and everything else, where I'm able to do live edits in a way, right? So a lot of the stuff you guys see that could look like it was edited in post-production was actually edited in while I was recording the video itself. Now, the little like pop-ups and everything, like, you know, the outro pop-up and everything else like that, that's stuff that, ooh, I'm sorry, I'm like tensing up right now. This is scary, but that is stuff that, you know, is done in the editing process and everything, because if I was to upload the raw recording file, it would take ages to render on YouTube. That's why I actually do a little bit of extra editing on top of it, because of the fact that if I upload the raw 1440p footage, sure, it might be like super HD or something like that, you know, better quality than the rendered version is, but at the same time, it will take like 5 years for one 10-minute video, and that's not something I really want. So I try to, you know, do a little editing in the post area so that you guys are able to still get the content, it's still HD and everything like that, but you don't have to... but you don't have to worry about anything else, you know? Now, here is a very scary part, so let's go ahead, Geronimo, okay, there we go. Whew! We're getting very close to the end here, and now it's like full focus mode, right? You know, before I was autopiloting everything, but if we beat this on recording, that would be my second time ever beating Only Up, and I would be very, very proud of myself. So I'm hoping that we managed to do it here, and once we get to the actual rift, that's when we know that we basically guaranteed the win no matter what. So let's go ahead and focus up a little bit. It'll be so sad. You know what I saw actually the other day? I saw someone be at the very end, and they fell off to the left side of the rift up here, right? They hit that over there, and they fell off, and I felt so bad. But there we go! Guaranteed dub in the bag, boys. So let's go ahead and see. Can I skip that rock over here and go all the way over to the left one? Nope. Okay. Maybe you can. Maybe I'm just being too scared to, you know, do a little skip or anything like that. But we have guaranteed the win. So now we can kind of just vibe a little bit. We can just chill a little bit more. So I hope you guys enjoy this, you know, extravaganza of an extra long video. I don't know why I tried doing another skip. I need to just take this normally at this point. But I hope you guys are enjoying, you know, this extra long video of just ramble proportions and everything. Of course, you know, UEFN's in that weird spot, or I guess not even UEFN, but Fortnite in general is in a weird spot right now where it's like we don't really know what to make content on, right? Especially as a news channel, you know, someone who people know as a Fortnite leaker and everything, it's like, how do we make content on this game right now? And, you know, I just kind of enjoy doing this ramble stuff. So hopefully you guys enjoy it, and hopefully we continue to build the audience up over time that enjoys this content as well. Why did I go straight upwards like that? I hope I can land this. Nope, didn't land it. Okay, we're gonna have to go all the way back. But I'm enjoying this, right? I'm enjoying UEFN. I'm enjoying the little maps that have been made here and there that are really fun. And I'll probably be playing some more Only Up themed maps for the summertime because, you know, right now we are in a spot where it's like Only Up is very popular. The Fortnite summer event itself is not as popular, if we're being completely honest here. So, gotta make some type of content, and this is the type of content that I feel, you know, is not only good for me, but good for you guys. Because if you really think about it, right, you're not just getting, you know, the normal, hey guys, FireMonkey here. I don't think we hit this one. Maybe, actually, no, yeah, we did hit that. But you're not just getting the, hey guys, FireMonkey here, we're getting a new locker bundle in the game or something, but you're also just kind of getting me talking about whatever is on my mind, which is a wonderful place of mystery. Right? Who knows if what is on my mind in a certain day is a good topic for a video or just, you know, like a, well, that's a topic that exists that is related to Fortnite, I guess, type of topic, right? So here we go. We're going to hit the end right here at the almost at the 30-minute mark. And let's see the victory screen. There we go. We finished Only Up in 19 minutes and 8 seconds. Second completion ever. Was worse than my previous time, but this also was without doing, like, you know, the tilted tower skip. So I wonder if the particle effect's going to be the same as before. Yeah, okay, so I still get this actual star particle effect, but I have seen that people who beat the game multiple times in a single session do get like different effects like clouds and everything else. So it is something to keep in mind. And now I want to try going back up here. I'm like, will this make the video longer or something like that? I don't even know, you know, but it's content for you guys, I guess. But I want to try going back up here. You know where the ATKs are? There's apparently a glitch you can do with them to get a super duper good, like, actual time skip for this. And I want to try it real quick here. Now, it does mean that we're going to have to play, you know, half the map normally and everything else. Ew, yucky, I know. But we could be able to get a super duper low time and teach you guys a little something about this map that I got taught about the other day. So I want to keep going until we get that. If we either succeed the first time or the video ends. That's what I'm going with, right? Now, of course, if we fall to the bottom before we get to the HEKs, we're not going to end the video there, but I do want to try this out, right? Because as you guys saw down there at the bottom, there was a glitch leaderboard, and the glitch leaderboard was like 3 minutes, and it makes me wonder, if they have a leaderboard for a glitch, maybe they're not planning to patch this, because the glitch that we're going to be doing here is quite literally the glitch that people on the glitch leaderboard were doing, and it's a weird way to actually skip like a majority of the game. You just kind of have to do some odd little tricks here and there. So let's go ahead and make our way up here. I'm not even going to do the tilted tower skip this time either, because I don't trust it, first off, but also because, like, we know if we're just trying to do a glitch, the time that we get up there in doesn't even matter in the first place. But, you know, I guess this is what the summertime really entails, right? Once you get a working air conditioner and everything, you start making 30-minute long extravaganza YouTube videos where you just talk about whatever you want to talk about. And of course, if you enjoyed this long form content, consider subscribing to the FireMonkey Plus channel. I know I've talked about it previously, but it is my Let's Play channel where we just kind of ramble on for hours and whatnot while playing a video game. And I mean, my most recent video was playing the entirety of the SpongeBob Power Wash Simulator DLC, and it was like a 4-hour long video, right? So if you enjoy long form content, you got some content waiting for you right around the corner. But I'm also sitting here like, okay, we're playing this. My normal video is like 8 minutes long, you know, maybe 7 minutes, 6 minutes around there. You know, the short form videos, people are used to that. But this one is really a long video, right? It's a half-hour video. So will this even get that much retention? I'm not too sure. I think it might do pretty poorly on my channel, but maybe it does well. You never know. Do we try this? It took us 2 minutes to get up here. Let's just try it. I want to prove to you guys that I'm able to do this, especially without lag this time. I want to prove it's possible that I can complete this. So let's go ahead. Okay. Let's go ahead and do this skip right here. Okay, we're doing pretty good. Now, if I remember correctly, I have to sprint at this, because if I don't, then we won't be able to hit all the tires in time. I think we missed it. Yep, we barely missed it just because I was hesitating there. So that sucks. I know I said I was going to do a skip, but like I did end up doing a skip, so like, oopsie on my part, right? But, you know, as you guys can tell, I can do it. It is possible. I just suck at doing it. So let's keep that in mind there. But the truest skip of all time is, of course, the skip that we're trying to do in the video. So with that said, I guess the only real other thing we can kind of ramble on about while we make our way all the way back up here is just the fact that, you know, it's kind of funny, and I think I mentioned this at the start of the video, but it's funny how a recreation of a popular game ended up being more what just happened there? Okay then. But it's crazy to see how a recreation of a currently popular like game trend or whatever else happened to be more popular than the original game itself, and have a lot less controversy as well, right? Because like the original game, it has been removed from Steam before and been like re-added and stuff, but there's a lot of controversies regarding like, you know, promoting NFTs, a lot of controversies regarding stuff like, what was the other thing, and why did we grab onto that? Now we're just not going to be able to get there, right? It's like, I don't want to end the video until I show you guys this trick, but it's like the original games had all these controversies, while the actual Fortnite recreation is just like super popular. Like I remember when the game first came out, only up, I would see, you know, a lot of TikTok live streams, and that's how I first found out about the game. I was like, why is only up all of a sudden all over my TikTok feed? It's like, what is this game everyone's playing? I thought it was like a TikTok, like, you know, ad or something, right? I thought it was like just something TikTok was paying creators to play or whatever, because that was all okay then. But that was all I would ever see people, you know, play on TikTok. Whenever just scrolling on the For You page and seeing live streams, that's all I would always see. And then I started seeing, you know, YouTubers playing it and stuff, and then out of nowhere, a Fortnite recreation comes along, and I'm like, okay, maybe this game is a little bit more than just, you know, some little TikTok live stream engagement game that I thought it was, right? You know, maybe it's a little bit more than that, considering the fact that, you know, it was all over Fortnite and YouTube and everywhere else at that point. And then, of course, on Twitch or TikTok, YouTube, wherever else, all of a sudden, every time I'm scrolling, I see only up live streams, but not for the original game, but for the Fortnite version. And it's like, okay, so now Fortnite is just, you know, basically becoming the identity of Only Up. The original Only Up game has lost its identity, and now it's all Fortnite. Fortnite has been like, that's mine now. Thank you very, very much. And I think it's very interesting to see how not only did, you know, Only Up make its own little like genre or whatever for games, right? Because, you know, it's not the first of its genre. It's a rage game. You know, we have like Getting Over It by Bennett Foddy, or with Bennett Foddy. You have Pogo Stuck, you have Jump King, all that type of stuff. And those are in the same category of what this type of game is. but none of those have really been translated into a whole entire genre in Fortnite, whereas Only Up is a genre in Fortnite now, because there's so many recreations of specifically Only Up that it has like its own category in the actual discovery menu, right? And it's called like, you know, I forget what, like high experiences or something like that, just something like engaging experiences, something like that or whatever. But every single map in there is Only Up, and it reminds me of like the Roblox effect, right? Because when I used to play Roblox a lot more, I remember in the past, right, something that would happen would be you would see like a game put a little like update 1 or whatever in their title or whatnot, in their actual image, right? And there was like only one game doing it at the time or whatever, and then out of nowhere you start seeing every game have these round border images in the corner of their screen being like update 27, update blah blah blah, and it was literally just update with a number, right? It wasn't like, oh, this is your patch notes in an image or anything. It was just telling you that since the last time you played it, this number has increased. And I feel like that actually made people come back to the games a lot more, because of the fact that, you know, it was like not only being used a lot, but it was like you would go and look at the game and be like, oh, the number on the image has changed to be higher. Okay, there's new content, let's go ahead, play the game again, see what's new. And it was something that I feel was a very like engagement trick or whatever that ended up becoming super popular to be done on Roblox and was just being used absolutely everywhere. So that's just something that I kind of think about, especially seeing like the Only Up effect, is just how whenever there's going to be like a massively successful game on Fortnite now, we're going to see a lot of recreations of it, and it's going to be interesting to see how it just kind of shapes discovery for like a month or two, right? Because, you know, with every single type of game genre, stuff will fade, you know, things will get less popular, things are going to change over time, and people are going to go on to the next thing, but we're going to start seeing a lot of trends pop up in Fortnite that will eventually die down in Fortnite that are related to a specific type of game or, you know, mechanic or something like that. And it's going to be very interesting to see. You know, I wonder, and like this is something I'm excited for, right? One type of genre that I would love to see, oh my god, that was close, but one type of genre I would love to see in Fortnite is gotta be prop hunt, right? Because I used to play prop hunt on Gary's mod all the time, and it's possible in Fortnite. It's 100% possible to be done in Fortnite, right? Prop hunt's a popular little mini game in Call of Duty. It's popular in Gary's mod, or at least it used to be in the day. I don't know how much it is nowadays, and I could definitely see someone recreating like prop hunt in here in UEFN. And I know that prop hunt has already existed in Creative 1.0, but I mean like a fully blown, like, you know, system similar to what we have seen in other games, where instead of, you know, using a prop ray gun type of thing to change props, you get randomly selected as a prop at the start of the match. You know, you are able to switch like 2 to 3 times just like you can in Call of Duty. You're able to place decoys of your own prop or whatever else, and stuff like that, right? You know, being able to have a lot more of a fully feature-fledged version of prop hunt that doesn't just feel like, you know, a weird mini game that uses a pew pew pistol, right, to actually change what you are. It's going to be interesting to see that change actually happen. But of course, it's probably going to be a little bit of a ways till we actually see that type of stuff. But I'm excited to see how certain genres, especially the ones that have already existed in this game, how they evolve through UEFN and end up becoming more and more of a better experience. Because I know me and my friends, right, before UEFN release, we'd play the occasional prop hunt here and there because, you know, it's a fun little mini game mode, but a lot of the maps that actually existed for prop hunt were very iffy in a way, right? Because, you know, there were some maps that were fun to play, but they were fun to play because of how broken the actual prop hunt itself was, right? So it's like you're not playing it because, oh, you know, I want to play a prop hunt map or whatever, but you're playing it because of the fact that it's super broken and glitchy, and yet there's people playing it for some reason. So you're like, let me go ahead and have some fun on it. Like there was this one, I forget what it was, right? But you either became, you know, a prop or you were a seeker, but when you actually eliminated a prop, you got their prop gun, right? So you could just hide as a prop, and I found like a way with my friend Tater on how to actually get out of the map. So it was funny to see, you know, all these little bugs and glitches that were possible because of UEFN and everything else that normally wouldn't really be too possible, right? Because it, you know, it all depends on the map maker and how well done and fully fleshed out they make a map. But of course there were some good experiences. Now for this actual glitch here, it's going to be interesting because I'm not entirely sure how to do it, if I'm being completely honest here. I know a little bit on how to do it, but I think we go, hold on. Let me look at the edge here. Let me see is that down below? Oh, I want to say like right here maybe is where we end up doing it. I might go watch a video real quickly to make sure I don't mess this up. Hold on. All right, it's this part right here. So when you see the 2 flowers, right, you want to look at this one, which is closer to the entrance, and you'll know you're looking at the right one when you actually see, you know, that downwards area right there. You want to grab the ATK. You want to align it to the actual like bush here, right? But you don't want to fall off. And then you want to gently yeet it out of there, right? You want to make sure it ends up falling off there. And you want to make sure that you're not going with it, right? You want it to roll off on its own so it hits the bottom. And then you might want to do it with all the ATKs just to prove that it actually makes its way down there, assuming that this isn't patched, right? So if we go ahead, do it with that one, that'll end up making its way down as well. We could go up here and grab 2 more. But what you want to do is you want to drive these ATKs off of this upwards platform, right? And the reason why you want to drive them off without being in it is because they won't despawn if you drive them off while you're in it. And that means that they'll actually end up at the bottom, you know, by the starting area, allowing you to use them once you go back down there. And you might be like, okay, but if I jump down, they'll all respawn and everything because that's how the ATKs work, blah, 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 blah. But there is a way around that as well. So let's go ahead, grab this final one, move it all the way down here, and let's go ahead and show you guys how to do this little like time skip glitch thing. I know where to go for the final part. I just kind of forgot which bush to go to because I haven't, you know, done the glitch before. I've just heard about it and was kind of like taught a little bit on it from other people. Okay, is that going to go down? Oh, okay, it went down. So now, once those have fallen, all you do is you go over to your menu, you press respawn, and then you respawn. Once you've done that, you'll spawn back at the bottom here. And of course, you know, you have your timer at the top and everything, but you'll see the ATKs are right over there. So what you want to do, hop up here, reset the timer real quick. Okay, there we go. Timer has been reset. And we want to grab one of these ATKs. Now, once you're in the ATK, you won't actually, you know, like have any issues with the game trying to teleport you back or anything like that. But you want to follow your map to the tubes, right? You see where the tubes over here are? You want to just keep driving towards the tube area. And if done correctly here, we should teleport above the lava. Now, I'm not for sure where the exact teleport actually hits at or anything like that, but we should end up teleporting eventually here. If we keep going forwards, I'm just going to keep going in this direction because I'm not for sure if it's going to end up working for us or not. I'm trying to remember what is supposed to happen. Oh, wait. Okay, so we have a specific spot that we might have to actually go to. So let's drive back a little bit here. It could also be patched, right? There's a chance that they could have patched it, whatever else. But I think it's like this little brown spot right here, right? If you hit the brown spot, you actually manage to get teleported up there because of some weird, odd little glitch, right? And it allows you to skip a majority of the game as a little bit of like a time skip, right? So if we go over here, yep, look at that. We get teleported, boom, boom. And now we are over at the lava speedrun. Now, we don't have access to, you know, like a lot of the normal speed stuff, but we did make it past that part right there. So if we actually keep going up here, actually, you might want to go downwards. I don't trust where we are right now, but wait, actually, maybe. What if we use the ATK and we just keep driving up here? But yeah, you get teleported all the way up here, and once you've reset your time and everything, it just means you get like this major skip and everything where you can continue going up and just kind of enjoying the view, the drive, whatever else, and continue actually making it further and further past the whole entire death run. As you can see, we are this way with 1 minute and 40 seconds. So that is a major glitch right there. If you want to get a really nice time, you don't even have to tell people you're glitching, right? You can just be like, oh no, I'm just super talented at the game and everything. Now I'm assuming I'm going to die here. Yeah, okay. We ended up dying there. But that was kind of expected because of the fact that we are in this specific area where the lava and everything is, right? But, you know, it kind of was just show you guys the glitch itself and how to do it. So I hope you enjoyed watching this far in the video. If you did, consider subscribing for more content I create. And I mean, if you watch this far in the video, you know, just congratulations to you in general. And with that said, I have 2 more ATKs down here, so I think I might try getting a high score real quickly after I end up editing this video and everything else. Because if we look here, they're knocked down on the ground. So maybe I'll do a little cut or whatever to once I get a high score. All right, this is a little bonus clip. I don't know if I'll post this on YouTube or anything, but I'm going to get a only up high score here. So I thought, let's go ahead and try grinding it out to get one. And I know what you might be thinking. What do you mean high score? And what are you doing? This is already in some weird oddity spot. Well, you'll see in a moment here, right? You'll definitely see in a moment. So let's go ahead, start driving on down, you know, enjoying the view and everything. And let's hit this brown spot right here, right? I think this is going to be a very interesting, you know, little thing to do here. All right. Now let's ditch the ATK. Let's go ahead and start sliding our way downwards a little bit. You know, I'm trying to make sure we don't take fall damage. I don't even know if that's enabled or not in this. But let's make sure that we don't have any risk of fall damage. And here we go. All right, time to go forwards. Let's get through this, boys. Maybe I'll post this onto Twitter or something like that. You know, just a little bit of a bonus, but I do want to also edit in the ending part into the YouTube video because I said I'll be right back in a moment, blah, 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 where the video ended. If you haven't seen it, it's like a 40-minute long video over on YouTube, so let's go ahead and try doing this to get a brand new high score. Now, I just think it's kind of funny, you know, to post on Twitter with no context at first, being like, hey guys, look, it is me. I have actually managed to get the game done in like 2 minutes, you know, like thumbs up. I'm so talented, I know. When in the truthful reality, I just abused a little glitch in the game. A little glitchy boy, alright? So let's go ahead, continue up here. Man, we're making some good pace today. You know, I can't believe this. We're almost at Season 9 already in 1 minute and 33 seconds. Oh boy, this is going to be insane. Can't wait to flex the time on Twitter. I don't know. And it's funny because people probably be like, oh, that's photoshopped or something. It's like, nah. I'm like just, you know, like super talented at the game. You already know what's going down. We just super talented. We're super good at going only upwards. And I think, you know, it'll be something that I could flex on other people being like, oh, you beat the game. Beat my score. When in reality, my score is cheated. But then they'll basically know instantly my score is cheated because, I mean, this video is today's video at the end of the day. So Season 9 in 2 minutes. Let's go ahead, continue going upwards. To the left, to the middle. I feel that even though we did, you know what? I don't think I need to commentate on this at all. I hope you champs enjoyed today's YouTube video. If you did, consider subscribing and support the content I create, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow with another upload. Peace out. Once we've hit this part, right? So let's go ahead and yeet ourselves up here. Yeet ourselves up here, and broing. There we go, boys. We have completed the map in sub 8 minutes.